Hola, and thanks for tuning in for High Plains Passport. Sometimes when traveling or backpacking or whatever your preferred method of locomotion, it's easy to get trapped in tourist attractions. Don't get me wrong, I love iconic monuments. The Eiffel Tower was magnifique, the Great Wall of China exceeds even its name, and the wind in my hair while driving the Great Ocean Road in Australia will never be erased or replaced. So tourist attractions are not necessarily traps. However, it will generally serve one well to get off the beaten path when that path is presented. Today, I'm following a purposeful yet wandering path through the Universidad del Valle de Guatemala in Guatemala City. Harbored on this luscious green campus is the office of
Andrés Álvarez Castañeda. I'm the head of department, the Anthropology and Sociology department at Universidad del Valle de Guatemala.
This is what he has done.
Well, I did my undergrad in anthropology here at Del Valle. Then I did a master's in sociology at Flaxo. And then I did my master's in conflict resolution at the Peace and Conflict Studies Department in Bradford, UK.
And if that wasn't impressive enough,
currently doing my PhD in political science with the Pontifical University of Salamanca.
So, peace and conflict. Let's start at the roots.
The roots of conflict resolution are in international studies, but the field started to get influences from anthropology, sociology, political science, a lot of social psychology also. Mm-hmm. So it's a very multidisciplinary kind of thing. It's one of the newest social sciences.
If this is such a new study, why Guatemala?
I think all Guatemalans are fascinated by peace and conflict just because of living here, just because of having a direct experience with violence.
Andres is referring to the Civil War that lasted in Guatemala from 1960 to 1996.
Guatemala had a 36-year-long conflict. I don't like the word conflict. I think it was a civil war. The military had lost the political battle. There were already very serious scientific reports on the genocide that occurred in the 80s. Most middle-class Guatemalans my age had some sort of involvement during the Civil War by a relative who was either with the army or with the guerrillas.
I just want to take a moment right now to illustrate what Andres is saying here. My first time to visit Guatemala was in 2007. Whilst here, I befriended a Guatemalan man. He lost his mother to the Civil War. One thing that I remember from my anthropology professor in college is that what affects one person directly affects us all indirectly. My Guatemalan peers have experienced a conflict in which I can't even begin to fathom. I have no idea what it must feel like to experience war on my country's soil. But, Andres says, there is hope.
I think that we have a lot of work to do, but I think that there's a lot of institutions that are doing things right.
He says there's an increased awareness of peace and conflict transformation. People are now interested in violence prevention, and they are exerting efforts against violence towards women. People are studying gender issues, feminism, and environmental peace. These are all topics that Guatemalans are beginning to juggle, especially since
most of the things I teach in class would have probably gotten me killed in the 80s.
To learn more about the efforts of Andres and the battalion rising from conflict into peace in Guatemala City, visit hppr.org. You've been listening to High Plains Passport, written and produced by Valerie Smith. Music from Jose Gonzalez and yours truly. Gratitude this week to a man who has peace and public radio in his heart, Mr. Tim Regan. And remember, there's a slideshow on hppr.org.